Hundreds of people are remembering a Washington Heights woman who was brutally killed earlier this week right in front of her apartment building. Her alleged killer now facing murder charges, and her family says he was an enraged ex-boyfriend. CBS 2's Naveen Dhaliwal reports.
They gathered in solidarity, a community in shock at the loss of Shirley Rodriguez.
There are no words to describe the pain we're feeling.
Her father choked up as he spoke about his daughter.
We miss her and we love her.
Rodriguez was stabbed multiple times in front of her Haven Avenue building Monday morning.
We're all struggling to comprehend what happened here.
Her grieving mother trying to come to terms with the fact that her daughter's ex-boyfriend is accused in her murder, a man the 29-year-old was desperately trying to get out of her life with 2 prior domestic violence calls to police.
We will no longer be silent, and we are going to live. We got to say her name. Let's say her name. Shirley. Let's say her name. Shirley.
Now, local domestic violence advocates and community members are shining a light on the dangers it entails.
That's the most dangerous time in domestic violence when a woman is trying to leave.
NYPD stats show domestic crimes are up by nearly 4% this year compared to this time last year, and those numbers are even higher, nearly 8% compared to 5 years ago. Rodriguez, sadly, now one of those statistics, but her family wants to make sure this is how she's remembered.
As she was a happy person, lovely person.
Police say 33-year-old Taekwon Jamaat is now facing charges for murder and criminal possession of a weapon. And they say it was Rodriguez herself who named her killer to her father before taking her final breaths. In Washington Heights, Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS 2 News.
A gathering in grief tonight in Washington Heights for the family and friends of a young woman stabbed to death in front of her own home. And for the first time, the family of Shirley Rodriguez is opening up about their unspeakable loss. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim has the story.
It is the familiar embrace from loved ones that Shirley Rodriguez so desperately needed, but will never feel again. A growing memorial now covers her doorstep where she fought until her final moments. She fought so she could utter her killer's name. As she struggled to make it back home, she told her father, Ty did this. It was her ex-boyfriend.
Shirley will bright up a room with her smile and her presence. We're all struggling to comprehend what happened here.
Cops say what happened here was a brutal murder. They say her ex-boyfriend, 33-year-old Taekwon Jamaat, hid between 2 parked cars outside her apartment on Haven Avenue in Washington Heights. He was waiting for her. When she left for work Monday morning, they say he stabbed her repeatedly for more than a minute and dragged her as she fought back, all while mortified bystanders witnessed the horror. When they called police and chased him, he fled. Shirley and her ex had been together for 2 years before breaking up last week. He has been arrested and charged with murder.
Shirley might be gone from this world physically, but her spirit will live on forever.
I love her. He was smiling all the time. He was a friendly person and happy person.
Let's say her name. Shirley. Shirley. Let's say her name. Shirley.
Tonight, heartbreak poured into the street as the Rodriguez family felt the crush of an immeasurable pain. Hundreds joined anti-domestic violence advocates, shaken by the heinous murder.
We stand here today as a unified front to denounce domestic violence and to bring a light to this very shameful and dark situation. We know that silence hides violence, and today we are here to say we will no longer be silent.
They tried to drown out sorrow with song, but no amount of harmony could soften this mother's anguish. In Washington Heights, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
And our hearts go out to that family.
6 right now, Washington Heights community coming together to support a family who lost their loved one to domestic violence. People in the large crowd wore purple T-shirts that read, "Love shouldn't hurt," as they remembered Shirley Rodriguez, the 29-year-old lab technician stabbed to death by her ex-boyfriend right in front of her home as she left for work on Monday. Police say Rodriguez was stabbed all over her body before she managed to get to the buzzer to her apartment. She told her father, who killed her, as she took her last breath.
There are no words to describe the pain we're feeling. We're all struggling to comprehend what happened.
Understand how dangerous it is when a woman is trying to leave.
Shirley should have the right to decide, as every woman has the right to decide, who will be her partner.
Shirley Rodriguez's family said she had recently broken up with Taekwon Jamaat. The 33-year-old arrested and charged with murder. Rodriguez will be laid to rest coming up next Thursday.